Do you think your thyroid is affecting your weight or energy levels? If so, by the end of this video, you're going to know if you have the symptoms of thyroid imbalance. I'm Brian Burk, the founder of Rewind Anti-Aging. So what is your thyroid and why is it so important? Your thyroid gland is located in the front of your neck and is shaped like a butterfly. It's part of your endocrine system, which is a collection of glands that produce hormones that regulate metabolism, growth and development, tissue function, sexual function, reproduction, sleep, and many other things. The thyroid gland is a vital part of this system as it is directly involved with regulating many of these areas. Due to the critical functions it supports, your thyroid gland is constantly at work. For instance, if you're cold and your body needs more energy, then your thyroid produces more hormones to increase the temperature of your body. In fact, we like to refer to your thyroid as the body's furnace, and another very important gland called the pituitary gland is referred to as the thermostat. These two glands work together to keep your body in balance. When talking about the thyroid gland, it's important to understand that it controls functions such as metabolic rate, digestive function, brain development, heart rate, breathing, muscle strength, body temperature, and even menstrual cycles. Now that you know a little bit about the thyroid gland controls, let's move on to discuss some of the issues that people experience when they're living with thyroid-related issues. Let's start with a couple of facts so that you can understand the magnitude of this problem. Research indicates that thyroid disease affects more than 200 million people worldwide, and according to the American Thyroid Association, an estimated 20 million Americans have some form of thyroid disease. This is roughly 6% of the U.S. population. Surprisingly, up to 60% or 12 million of those with thyroid disease are unaware of this condition. In addition to this group, there are also many people that have low thyroid levels, but these levels are still within the normal lab ranges, but they're at the low end of the spectrum. Even though their lab results say their levels are within the normal range, people on the low side still experience many of the same symptoms related to thyroid disease. When you include these people with the people that officially suffer from thyroid disease, you can see this becomes an even larger issue than reported. Now, let's move on to the two types of thyroid issues that people encounter. The first type of imbalance is called hyperthyroidism and happens when your thyroid gland makes more thyroid hormone than your body needs. Think of this condition as being similar to when you've turned up the thermostat in your home too high and the furnace is blasting heat into your home and it's making you too hot. This might cause you to sweat and feel uncomfortable. This example helps you understand some of the issues associated with thyroid levels which are too high because your body is acting like a home that is being overheated. Some of the issues associated with hyperthyroidism include excessive sweating, unexplained weight loss, increased hunger, increased sensitivity to warm temperatures, infrequent light periods, anxiety, and irritability. The second type of imbalance is called hypothyroidism, and this happens when your thyroid gland makes too little thyroid hormone. Returning to the example of our thyroid being similar to our furnace, imagine when it's the winter time and your furnace malfunctions and your home is so cold that you're actually shivering. This is similar to when your body isn't producing enough thyroid hormone and your metabolism is very slow. Some of the issues you might experience when your thyroid levels are very low include weight gain or trouble losing weight, tiredness or fatigue, disturbed sleep patterns, dry skin and hair, sensitivity to cold, frequent heavy periods, reduced concentration, and even depression. Now that you understand a little bit about the symptoms associated with thyroid disease, I want to explain a little more detail about how your thyroid actually works. The first step in this process is that your pituitary gland produces a hormone referred to as TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone, and this hormone tells your thyroid to begin production. This is similar to your thermostat sending a signal and turning your furnace on so it can produce heat. The two hormones released by your thyroid gland as a result of the TSH are T3 and T4. T3 and T4 are made in the follicular epithelial cells of the thyroid, and these are the main drivers of your metabolism. These hormones increase the body's metabolic rate, which is how quickly your cells in your body use the energy stored within them. Your body then monitors your T3 and T4 levels to know how much TSH to produce. This is similar to your thermostat measuring the temperature of the air in your home and turning your furnace on or off. Living in Miami, we don't really use furnaces, so Miami residents can think about this as their air conditioners, which work in the exact same manner. We set the temperature of our apartment at a certain degree, and our thermostat and air conditioner regulate the temperature of the air. This entire system is a big continuous negative feedback loop. Your body operates similarly to heating and cooling systems in your home because it's constantly monitoring your thyroid levels and turning production on and off for these hormones based on what is needed at that point in time. When you're cold, your body will increase production to warm your body, and when you're hot, your body will decrease production to cool your body. By controlling these functions, your thyroid directly impacts your metabolism and the number of calories your body consumes to keep these systems functioning properly. The higher your thyroid levels, the higher your metabolism and the more calories your body consumes. To help you understand this a little more, consider how your home heating and cooling systems work. You set your thermostat, and this then measures the temperature of the air. If the air is too hot or cold, then your thermostat sends a signal to your furnace or air conditioner, and they begin working their magic. Once the air temperature reaches the desired degree, your thermostat turns these off. Now think about your heating and cooling systems when they require a lot of energy, and this causes your electricity bill to be more expensive due to the higher energy demand. In the north, your heating bills are way more expensive in the winter months, while in Miami, our electricity bills are highest in the summer months. This is just like when someone has a high metabolism because their body is burning a lot of calories to sustain their bodily functions. As you can see, the thyroid gland is very important to your health because it controls critical functions, and you want to ensure it's operating at maximum efficiency. Now, let's move on to explain how thyroid levels directly impact your weight. By controlling your metabolism, T3 and T4 are very important to determining whether you gain or lose weight. By impacting your metabolism, these hormones are impacting your basal metabolic rate, and that impacts your weight. Your basal metabolic rate is the number of calories your body requires to function while at rest. So think of it this way. On a rainy day, you might lay in bed all day long watching Netflix. You probably don't realize that you're burning calories, but in reality, your body needs energy to survive at all times. This includes just laying around and watching Netflix, and even when you're sleeping. It might sound a little funny, but it's a very important number to know for management of your health and your weight. This number is a building block to help you manage your weight because it helps you understand how many calories you burn in a day, and as a result, how many calories you should eat on a daily basis. Once you know this number, you can then calculate your total calories burned per day by adding in how many calories you burn through physical activity. If we think of this as a math equation, it would be equal to total calories burned equals basal metabolic rate plus activity-related calories. The activity-related calories would include things like walking, going to the gym, going for a run, yoga, and even cooking dinner. Most people forget that daily life is exercise. Even cooking dinner burns calories because it requires physical work, while ordering from Uber Eats doesn't burn any calories at all. So stay active and burn calories. If you want to learn more about how to calculate the number of calories you burn on a daily basis and how you should calculate how many calories you should eat, subscribe to our channel because we'll be releasing a video that focuses on that in detail in the very near future. The important part that you should have picked up by now is that understanding that your body needs a precise amount of these hormones to function properly. Too much or too little can cause disruptive symptoms and negatively impact your health. Even just a small irregularity in your thyroid hormone levels can interfere with your health. So how does Rewind help analyze your thyroid health? We run a blood panel as part of our assessment, and it includes the hormones TSH, T3, and T4. This gives us a very good picture of your thyroid health and whether your levels are optimal, average, or suboptimal. At Rewind, our clients come to us to help us improve their health. Many of them are dealing with some of the symptoms I've been discussing. They constantly tell us how they struggle with issues like low energy, loss of muscle mass, difficulty building muscle, inability to lose fat, difficulty concentrating, and many other symptoms. As part of our assessment process, we review thyroid levels and identify these levels that can be improved. We find that many people are walking around with suboptimal thyroid levels and they're not even aware of this. Once we identify this as an issue, there are many ways to improve thyroid levels, including changing your diet, taking the right supplements, in some cases even taking medication. If you're experiencing some of the issues I just mentioned, you should pick up the phone and give us a call to set up a consultation. We'll review your hormone levels, including your thyroid levels, and come up with a plan to help you achieve your health goals. If you like this video, please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video. It helps us get more views and it helps feed the algorithm beast on YouTube. Also, like and follow us on Instagram and Facebook. I'm Brian Burk, and I will catch you at the next episode.